I don't know why it is, but every time people go visit Chicago, they feel like they always got to flick the bean.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it's a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
I'm Chris.
And this week, we're going to call this the number one episode, even though it's like episode 363. It's the number one episode.
Yeah, that's true. Like, well, I mean, I think Havoc may have dropped a bit since then, but when we did it, it was number one.
Yeah. When we watched these, both movies were number one number one on streaming and number one at the box office.
That's right.
Now, the first movie we're talking about, did I even introduce ourselves? Did I
I said you said I'm Neil and I said I'm Chris.
Okay, good man. Sometimes I forget. Yeah. Memory loss. The older you get, guys, seriously, take
and
your
vitamins. Also, if you get fucking wiped out by a guy on a car while you're on a bird scooter, that'll do it.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about Fight Club.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, the first movie this week is Havoc. Let's see here with an all-star cast. I mean, like literally the cast of this movie is just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I mean, both cast of both movies is just stacked. This one starts off with the best person that acted in the entire Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. That's right, Bane himself, Tom Hardy.
I'm Charlie Brunson. I am Britain's most violent prisoner.
Prison was honestly brilliant. I liked it personally. Fuck that. I loved it. It was exciting. It was on the edge. It was madness at its very best.
From Bronson.
You're from Bronson.
Yeah, it's a.
Did you ever go to Bronson? Have you been to Bronson?
No, Bronson. Where's Bronson located?
Oh, it's Branson.
Oh, yeah, I've been to Branson.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I've never been to Branson. I've always wanted to go.
You don't have to. It's just really just tourist travel.
I want to see the cheesy Elvis impersonators.
You want to see You want to see Yakov Smirnoff, really?
Also in this movie, Jessica Leeway.
We could have had this. All of it. You could have made me your equal. Instead, you made me this.
From Netflix's Shadow and Bone.
Ooh.
Canceled Shadow. There's 2 seasons they canceled it.
Also in this movie, one of my favorite. I didn't even know he was in it until I saw him, and it made me happy.
He's so attractive, isn't he?
He's just a good dude. If you ever listen to any of his interviews,
his best interviews are the best with Conan O'Brien. I know you listen to those. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the one, the only, Timothy Olyphant.
But then again, what the hell do I know, right? I just mostly chase fugitives, and I enjoy it. So, what the hell? Let him out. Release him back into the wild. He's just going to screw up again. And when he does, law enforcement will be there, and we'll just haul his ass right back to prison.
From Justified.
I love Justified.
Yeah,
I love Justified.
Yeah.
I do the dishes to Justified. I have a little screen, a Google screen in my kitchen, and usually the 3 things it plays when I'm doing stuff for chores is Justified, Star Trek Next Generation, and Big Bang Theory. Nice. Those are the 3 things I play constantly. But anyway, also in this movie, the one, the only, a man who I don't think gets enough credit in the world. In fact, I just saw him in an episode of what was it? Andor.
Oh, he's in Andor?
He's an
I heard
Andor.
Andor was great, but I heard it's the best. Like, I heard it's
Oh my god!
I heard it's the best Star Wars series it is.
That is Star Wars made for Star Wars adults.
Okay.
But anyway, the great ever Forrest Whitaker.
You are British. Yeah, well, I'm Scottish. Yeah, I'm Scottish.
Scottish?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so? I fought with the Scots against the Mau Mau. Great soldiers. Very brave. And good people. Completely. Let me tell you, if I could be anything instead of a Ugandan, I would be a Scot.
Like, really? Really?
Except for the red hair, which I'm sure is attractive to your women, but which we Africans, we find this quite disgusting.
From The Last King of Scotland.
That's King of Scotland.
Yeah.
Yes, one of his best movies. That Ghost Dog. Oh, remember
Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai. Yeah. Directed by.
Is it The Way of Samurai or the Last Samurai?
The Way of the Samurai. The Way of the Samurai. I'm pretty sure.
That's The Way of the Samurai.
Last Samurai is Tim.
But anyway, this movie's called Havoc. It was #1 in streaming last week. We're going to talk about that first. And then, of course, we're going to talk about the movie, the one that hit it all, the one that is #1, the one that is being said as the movie that's bringing everyone back to the MCU.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, man.
We'll talk about it. And plus, just like we do every single time when a comic book movie comes on, we will have a nice little spoiler section at the end where I'm going to go over some things, tell you where these things are, maybe how they compare to the comics, and talk about those post-credit scenes. Mm-hmm. But, of course, the movie I'm talking about is Thunderbolts asterisk.
Yeah. Who's in
and we can't tell you about the asterisks until the spoiler part.
Well, I mean, like, they kind of spoiled it already in the marketing campaign.
Yeah, they kind of did. But I just, do we want to be the guys? We don't have to. I mean, there's 17 people watching right now. I don't know if all 17 people have seen it or even know what the marketing is.
Okay, we'll leave it for the spoiler section. But I know the internet's going nuts over their choices and decisions and how
dude, we're going to talk about it completely because that's what the whole spoiler section. Usually I go in deep and I'm just like, oh, this is where this guy's from. This. My conversation is going to be Team Thunderbolts versus Team and what this team has in common with either one of them. Okay. When we get to the spoiler section. So, Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
Well, we need to go through the actors.
I'm sorry. I'm like 10 steps ahead right now in my head, and it's all your fault.
It is.
All right, but first, playing the White Widow or Yolan is Florence Pugh.
Hi. I made macaroni if you want some.
I'm
sorry, what? Well, I was starving and you took forever, so I wanted to make food.
What do you want?
Relax, Kate Bishop. I just want to talk, okay? Are you really not hungry? That fight was so long. It's really tasty. Really tasty.
Yeah, from is it from Hawkeye?
You don't have to tell me how tasty mac and cheese is. that is from Hawkeye. Yeah. Oh man, which is sad because they wanted to do a Hawkeye season 2 to add to this part of the phase.
But then we had Jeremy Renner nearly died, right? So it was.
Yeah, well, yeah, and so when he came back and they're like, yeah, okay, well, we're going to do a season 2 and we're only going to give him half the money. Yeah. And he's like, dude, I'm going to have to work triple time as hard. You got to at least give me the same money that you gave me before. And he goes, all right, well, when you come with the same money, I'll do another season. Also in this movie, playing Bucky Barnes, a.k.a. Winter Soldier, a.k.a. maybe the next Captain America, Mr. Sebastian Stan.
You're lashing out at me, Doc. Because that's really unprofessional, you know? I mean, when did that start? When did you start yelling at your clients? Oh, the Notebook, that's great. All right, give me a break. I'm trying, okay? This is new for me. I didn't have a moment to deal with anything, you know? I had a little calm in Wakanda. And other than that, I just went from one fight to another for 90 years.
Yeah, that's from God, was it? That's from the fucking show.
That's from a fucking show.
Yeah.
That's right, Chris. Good job. It's from the guy. It's from Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That's right.
Man.
Yeah, it is.
I watched an episode of it today because I was like, man, I kind of want to watch that again now that I've watched Thunderbolts.
Did you watch that episode with that clip in it?
Huh?
Did you watch the episode with that clip in it? No. Okay.
No, that yeah, no. I don't know. It was kind of in the background. I was packing boxes.
Sure.
At the same time, yeah. Anyway, also playing in this movie, playing Bob, Louis Pullman.
This is a cool house show. I'll tell you why.
When did you get in?
Oh, I've been here the whole time.
The man's a stealth pilot.
Literally. Weapon systems officer, actually.
What do they call you?
Bob?
No, your call sign.
Bob.
He's Bob there, here. So from Top Gun
100%. Actually, one of my facts I put up for Thunderbolts is that he plays Bob in Top. So that's awesome that you pulled that clip. Dude, sometimes things just happen organically in our show. Also in this movie, the great, the one, the man that steals every scene he's in, every show, every movie he's been in the last 10 years, Mr. David Harbour.
Friends, it is Red Guardian here. Ha ha ha! Yes, my powerful two-car fleet is at your service, protecting you from boring evening. I do business trips. I do school pickups, fancy funerals, and regular funerals. Listen to what my friends have to say about Red Guardian limo service.
Limo service at Red Guardian, we'll take you anywhere.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So that's actually
that's
actually a
nice.
commercial from the Thunderbolts, just so you guys know.
Yes. Also in this movie, the one, the only, she probably has more Emmys than anybody in television history.
Neil, go ahead and stall for just a second.
Oh, I got to stall. All right. David Harbour one time came up to me and said I had a beautiful facial hair. And I was like, thank you for saying that. And I just wanted to say, no, I don't. And he was like, no, you do. And I was like, nah, man, I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, if you don't shut up, I'm going to knock you out. No, none of that's true.
Just another 10 seconds, dude.
Another 10 seconds.
Yeah, I thought,
Dang it,
dude,
Chris.
I have had a, you know this, I'm not going to share with the audience, but I've had a pretty hard past couple weeks. So I'm a little scatterbrained.
Chris, are you saying you've had a hard knock life?
For us. But Neil, who else is in this movie?
I don't know, Chris. Who else is in this movie? Oh, wait a minute. I think it'd be that lovely lady who was also in, let's see, she was in Jerry Seinfeld. She was in Veep. What was her name? Oh, yeah. Julia Louis-Dreyfuss.
I don't want soup. I can make my own soup. 5 cups chopped porcini mushrooms, half a cup of olive oil, 3 pounds celery.
That is my recipe for wild mushroom.
Yeah, that's right. I got 'em all. Cold cucumber, corn and crab chowder, mulligatawny.
Mulligatawny?
You're through, soup Nazi. Back it up. No more soup for you.
Yeah, so from the classic episode of Seinfeld where she defeats the soup Nazi.
She defeats the soup Nazi. Now, okay, like we were saying to everybody earlier, when we talk about Thunderbolts, we will talk about it originally, just like how we normally do. And then right after that, we'll play our theme song, and we will come back with a spoiler section where we will tear this son of a bitch part from part, piece to piece, blaming because you know what? I don't collect that many damn comic books and don't get to say what I want to say about a comic book movie.
You can find us online at whoisdon'tsuck.net. We're at Facebook.com/whoisdon'tsuck podcast. We're on the Instagram at DS Podcast. We're on the Blue Sky, whoisdon'tsuck podcast .social, WKSY. Yeah, that works. We're also on WTMNot.com. It's number 2 in the news net. You'll find us there along with the Loop podcast. We're on Patreon, patreon.com. As soon as it suck, we're on go to TeePublic. That Neil with Dash Productions. You'll find shirts with their logo on it and stuff Neil's made. Go to bonfire.com. As soon as it suck, you'll find more stuff with our faces on it. If you guys want a sticker, contact me. It'll be free. I'll just send it over. And where you find podcasts, you can find Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. And you can search anywhere. Like Spotify, just search that name. It will show up. Yeah.
Will it?
Yeah. Who are we talking about today? Who we gonna go to?
We're gonna go to your house. We're gonna talk about your house. Can we talk about your
Shawnee,
house?
Yeah, it's not. I don't have. We can have people over now. It's kind of under renovation, but.
Okay. Well, Chris, I'm just going to talk about somebody I love really much because I just was there earlier this week. So I'm going to talk about The Colony. The Colony is an established music venue in Tulsa, Oklahoma since 1958. The Colony is a musical honey hive in Tulsa. Has been the heart of parties since 1958, frequented by legends like Leon Russell, J.J. Cowell, and Eric Clapton. Its walls hold secrets of late-night jams and unforgettable performances. Legendary hub for blues, rock, folk, and Americana offers vibes that are unmatched and night jams and unforgettable performances that you just won't know. You walk in and you feel like you're being serenaded right in your own living room with a mixed bag of music lovers from all walks of life. They're open from 5 to 2 a.m. every day of the week. It is literally one of my... That's actually the band I saw this past week. Like... I was sitting literally at the end of the bar. Here's the bar picture. I was sitting there where that red shirt guy is, and that stage is like right there.
Is it in a band Pet That Dog?
Yes, Pet That Dog.
Okay.
And they got a little back room where you can go, but that's not why you're there. You're there for the nice music. Oh, wrong code. Music venue, one of the best. Like I sat there. Dude, we had like a smoke off like that day. Like literally we went out there to smoke a joint, and like literally 20 people just lit up joints, and I was like, whoa,
calm down,
calm down, homie, calm down. But it is one of the best places for music.
Is that where Jeff Lewis? Is that where Jeff Lewis played?
That is exactly where Jeff Lewis played, bro. In fact, where that red curtain is where he put his projector curtain up and had his nice little show for us. But if you're ever in the Tulsa area, there's only like 4 or 5 venues that are legendary. The Colony is one of them.
Nice. Neil, you ready to talk movies? I think I'm ready to talk movies.
I'm ready to talk movies that don't suck and some that do.
Okay, let's talk about Havoc. This directed by Gareth Evans. You guys might know him because he directed the movie I love called The Raid Redemption, and the movie I don't love called The Raid 2. And he also did Apostle. He's doing Gangs of London right now, but this also stars Tom Hardy as the main character played. What is his name? His name is Walker.
I'm Charlie Brunson.
And this stars Jessie Mei Li is Ellie.
We could have had this.
This also stars Justin Cornwell as Charlie, Quaylen Sepulveda as Mia. This also has Luis Guzman in this, but also Timothy Olyphant as Vincent.
But then again, what the hell do I know, right? Just mostly chase fugitives.
Also, Forrest Whitaker as Lawrence Beaumont.
You are British.
Okay, that works. This also has Lockhart Ogilvy as undercover cop and a bunch of people that you will not recognize because, it's whatever. Once we read the storyline for Havoc.
The story is set after a drug deal gone wrong, when a bruised detective must fight his way through a criminal underworld to rescue a politician's estranged son, while unraveling a deep web of corruption and conspiracy that ensnares his entire city.
So one thing Gareth Evans does in his movies is one of his trademarks are really explosive action scenes and really violent, right? And that's
right.
Yeah. The raid was great because it was kind of like each level was more. It was kind of like watching a video game of a really badass video game, right? Or playing one.
I get that. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, but this movie does not have that. The Havoc doesn't have that at all. Havoc has a few really good fight scenes and then just ugliness. Not like that's not to say I didn't like it because I enjoyed the fight scenes, but to me that was that was the most compelling part of the movie. I didn't really give a shit about the conspiracy, but the fight scenes, all of them are fantastic, excellently choreographed, and that's why you watch this movie, to see some choreographed fight scenes. But
this movie looks like The Crow.
It's just uglier, I think. Like uglier as in I didn't like to look at it. You know, like the snow was gross.
No, it reminds me of like The Crow, Judge Dredd. Like it looks like 12 Monkeys. That's what it looks like. It's like dark, gothic. What's the other one? Strangeland.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like. It looks like that gothic, dark, gritty fucking world. It looks like what happens when you walk in any city in Michigan. Like it is just nasty, gritty, disgusting. Everything is like, it feels like you need to take a shower.
It's frozen.
Right after you walk. Like it's just nasty. And it is literally one of the, it just looks so dirty and gritty.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's like makes the whole city a whole character in this movie. And so that's why when they have these fight scenes in it where the environment is involved, it just feels like the city's trying to fight them and not just these bad guys. Because some of them, like some of these scenes, all right, look, I'm all for a good action movie and stuff like that. But at some point, you gotta bring the bullets shooting down. All right. There was like at least 5 scenes, maybe four or 5 scenes, where there had at least been like over 6,000 bullets shot in that one scene.
Yeah.
And not one hits anybody. I mean, this is about as Star Wars Stormtrooper as it gets. Like, nobody hit anybody after they just shot like 17,000 bullets. And it's like, but everything's broken around them. The windows are broken. The seats have bullet holes in the cars shooting out gasoline, the tires. But not one bullet hit them.
Yeah.
This magical area.
Tom Hardy's just fucking invincible, I guess. So, that's not to say I didn't like this movie, but I thought the aesthetic was off. I don't know, like maybe I'm getting older and it doesn't excite me as much as it used to. I just think it's kind of gross, you know. But I like the movie. It's very Gareth Evansy, but it's not as fun, I guess is what I put it, because the Raid's very fun. This isn't as fun. This is gritty and dark. And
I think the best part of this movie, I mean, okay, one, I love the gritty, dark, gothic fucking fight scenes. And everybody else does, obviously. This is what I'm reading through all because I try not to do news segment. When we do our news segment, I try not to cover the movies that we're doing.
Yeah.
But I did read a few articles.
Yeah.
And like that's what everybody's liking is the grittiness of this and stuff like that. And so I agree with that. But the Tom Hardy, Forrest Whitaker, or Timothy Olyphant scenes when they were discussing back and forth, man, I would have loved to see like 20 more hours of that. 105 hours. I would take 752 hours straight in the theater without a pee break if that could happen more.
See, that was to me the least compelling part of the movie. Like any sort of it just seems sort of kind of sleepy in a way. And not to say I love seeing Timothy Olyphant as a bad guy. I love that. It's fucking awesome. But to me the action sequences are what this movie's for, right? That's what you should watch it for. If you want violence, very violent. It's stuff that doesn't make you go ooh, you know, because that's a bunch of that in this. Like man,
a lot of good violence, just violently doing violent stuff.
And so Gareth Evans knows how to do that, and he did in Havoc. And you know, I kind of know what I'm getting to when I see Gareth Evans in a movie, but. Havoc is it's an hour and 45 minutes. You can do worse with your time. If you're jacked up on testosterone, this might be for you. But I liked it. But again, I'm not saying I loved it.
Dude, this fact right here, man. This is one of the biggest production movies that's ever occurred in Wales.
Oh, yeah.
And it has left a lasting impression, even building businesses in the area of Wales.
Oh.
So, like, when movies are made in different places, it doesn't just help their environment, it helps all the environments involved. Just saying. I don't know why anybody would, want movies not to be made somewhere. I'm just, throwing that out there.
Yeah, I got you. Ooh, topical, but yeah.
What? I'm just saying. Yeah. Movies can be made everywhere, guys, and it's all good. Anyway.
Yeah, so Havoc. If you guys want to watch it, it's on Netflix. Neil, I don't do my score. You good with that? My score on this one's a 3.6, 3.7. It was good, but there's something about it that rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go the opposite because I actually love the grittiness of this movie. And to me, it reminded me of like a 12 Monkeys. But the fantasy of I can shoot 17 million bullets at you and you never get hit. Like, we gotta downplay that a little bit. You gotta give me a scar on the arm, or he gets shot. You can just bandage him up.
Yeah.
He can still do the kung fu grip and all that stuff and all that, and I'm good. But I'm getting a little tired of it. Like, there's 900 million bullets and nothing touches you. So I think I'm gonna go about 3.8 on this.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys can go to Netflix find this, Neil. I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Havoc?
I'm saying the audience score is going to be 83%.
37%.
Holy shit! Yeah. The audience scores.
I didn't
number one on Netflix.
Dude, there's some really shitty movies that are number one on Netflix. I think Jack and Jill.
It got like 37 million views in the first 2 days.
Yeah, I know, but like some dude, they're like, it's weird sometimes.
Weird, very weird.
Okay, Neil, what is the critic score for Havoc?
47.
66%.
Damn. Yeah. Okay, they did go higher.
Critics' consensus is an anemic crime saga punctuated with bravura action sequences, having me feel like a retread of director Gareth Evans' past glories, but for audiences dig to his ballet style, the formula still rips. I'm going to read a bad review and a good review because we mostly liked it. So this is from Tom Meek of Cambridge Day. He says, some of the choreography and camera work are more than impressive, but Havoc is style over substance. With the director continually shouting out, did you see what I do there? And this is from Aglaia Buraludi of Hypertextual. She says, Gareth Evans is much more than an action movie. Gareth Evans Havoc is much more than an action movie. Which it is, and one of the best of the year. It's also a fresh take on the genre that combines ultra-violence with experimental visuals, I guess. But yeah, this is Havoc. If you guys want to watch it on Netflix, I think it's still like in the top, at least still in the top 10 as we're recording this. And
yeah, it was still in the top 10 that I saw.
Yeah. So yeah, Havoc. It's on Netflix. It's Gareth Evans. It's ultra violent, and not in the way that Clock Orange is ultra violent, but different. But it's super violent. And
I saw what you did there.
Because you look up high ultra violence, and the Hollanda radio record shows up. I'm like, I was looking at Clockwork Orange. So
you're Clockwork. Yeah. You're a Clockwork Orange.
That's true. All right, now, are you ready to bring up news? Can we talk news?
No, yeah, let's do news. This is the Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News. I'm going to read a bunch of stories. You're going to like it. If not, I don't know. Go listen, I guess.
I guess that's what I can. All right.
Well, since we've been talking about them so much, let's talk about them just a little bit more. Everybody that has Netflix is about to be really pissed off. Netflix is totally overhauling the entire fucking app.
God damn
And a piece by the Hollywood Reporters revealed that Netflix is planning a major overhaul of the homepage made specifically for TV sets, with the objective being to highlight the other forms of entertainment they have developed in more recent years. If you don't know this, they already, aside from their original films and series, the streaming service also has sports, live events, their catalog, and they even have games and stuff like that. Yeah. If you try to open up your phone Netflix app, I always get advertised like 942 different apps.
So remember that 1 year when they, instead of putting out, new episodes of Black Mirror, they had that game that was like a So
I remember, I remember that.
I was like, this is cool, but I would like 6 more episodes of Black Mirror than just this. But yeah.
All right, so everybody, you've been asking for this for years, so here we go. 10 Things I Hate About You is getting not only a sequel, but a threequel. That's right. 10 Things I Hate About You, the movie that was based off of William Shakespeare, The Taming of the Shrew, is now going to be, 10 Things I Hate About You is being pinned. The new one is being pinned by Naya Ali James. The director also says that the film's original producer, Andrew Laser, is on board as well. The follow-up is called 10 Things I Hate About Dating. Then the last one, which they hope they can get Julia Stiles to come back and play, is 10 Things I Hate About Marriage, or 10 Things I Hate About Kids.
So is Heath Ledger going to reprise his role in this?
I don't know. They're not saying. Right now they're just saying that it looks like they're kind of like staying away from that. Like,
you want to talk about it?
Like they're like, oh, Julia Stiles is going to come back. Oh, that other girl might be coming back. Oh, Joseph, so they're trying to say everything they can. But hey, we're getting a trilogy of a series none of us asked for. John Hamm is reuniting with one of his famous co-buddies. In a report from Variety, it is revealed that the sorry about that. That he's going to be starring in a new movie, comedy. What was the name of it? I just had it. Batman is I'm playing a private, and it just says new Audible original. That's his name. But the producer, the movie will unite him with him and David Wayne, who is also from the Mad Men glory as well. And a new report has revealed that the film will star Zoe Deutsche and co-writer Ken Marin.
So that's Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah, that's what I said. Sabrina and Pakrakor from The White Lotus, Ben Wang, and Miles Tezzarelli are also in the ensemble. Hamm will be reuniting with his Mad Star co-star, also John Slattery. And the film's cast, although the duo create. They said basically they don't want to give too many words about what's going on. But they read the speech and they read the script, and when they read it, the only thing that made them laugh harder was "What Hot American Summer."
I want another Fletch movie with John Hamm. That's what I want.
I know. I want a Fletch movie too. Yeah. I've been saying that for as long as I've been now. Yeah. So hopefully it's good. Whatever it is, hey, we're there for it.
John Hamm.
We support the ham.
Yeah, we do.
Especially if it's got mayo, some cheese on it, maybe it's Swiss cheese.
Chips, down the screen. John Hamm cheese.
Well, Mike Flanagan's Clayface horror movie that I was actually very excited about is now getting completely rewritten for the DCU, which tells us DCU still doesn't know what the hell they're doing over there.
Come on, James.
Supposedly now there's rumors that Batman 2 and 3 with Robert Pattinson's getting canceled, so they can move ahead with a different Batman universe.
Really?
Yeah. So we don't know.
I thought the Batman did really well in theaters. I thought that's what I heard.
Yeah. So supposedly the script that Mike Flanagan wrote was not what James Gunn and Peter Safran are looking for, despite Gunn previously praising it as being the best script he ever read. But whatever.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Whatever.
Sorry, Flanny.
A24 has got the rights now to Elden Ring and are already in development of develop Elden Ring as a series.
That's cool, actually. Yeah, I got Elden Ring downloaded over there on my PS5. Every time I play it, I get my ass handed to me. So I've been kind of staying away from it. But yeah, Elden Ring is it's got lore that you can pull from to do it.
Well, right now, rumors has it is Alex Garland is going to be the one who did Ex Machina and
Ex
Warfare.
Machina, yeah.
Will be the one who will be directing. And a rumor posted another rumor stated that Garland was set to direct the film adaptation. Now this is A24. This is that. I mean, you're throwing a lot of good things in the. That's a lot of things in the pot right there.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, like Alex Garland also directed Civil War. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to see Warfare, but that's still in theaters Friday, so I'll have to catch on the streaming app. But Warfare is supposed to be the most anti-war movie that's ever existed. So,
really, are you happy about it?
Yeah.
Does it make you happy?
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to see it. I was sick, so I was.
Are you gonna be happy?
I hope so.
Are you gonna be happy?
Are you about to tell me something that makes you happy?
Everything makes me happy. Mm. Havoc 2 is already in the works.
Okay.
Director Gareth Evans entered the Netflix arena with the high-octane, ultra-violent movie Havoc, which we just talked about. But it seems that after Hardy's getting done doing some other thing, that they're already working on a script for Havoc 2.
Hardy can do whatever he wants. Tom Hardy, he's just a beautiful, beautiful man, and he's always like,
I feel like at this point he's like, at this point he's kind of like I don't want to say Bruce Willis, because Bruce Willis did have like a lot of straight to DVD movies.
He did he did near the end of his life, because near the end of his career, because he couldn't remember lines or just like show up like Steven Seagal, you know?
Yeah. So I don't want to say that, but I mean, I feel like that's where he's at. He's at that thing where he puts something out where we're all going to go see it.
You know, can you do the main voice from real quick? Just, you know,
the what voice?
Look at the games begin.
Oh, the main voice.
Yeah.
It's like,
why did nobody come until I put on the mask?
There we go. That's good. Right.
Nobody can till I put on the mask.
Or no, wait a minute. It's more like
nobody can until I put on the mask. Who I was.
There we go. Something like I have to hear it again. Okay. I haven't heard it in a while. Probably a couple of years.
Yeah.
Fast-moving Jason Statham action sequel gets a release update. Yep, that's right. Beekeeper 2, people. Woo, 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 woo. Beekeeper 2. What is the date? I hate when they do this. Released in 2024. Da, 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 da. I read this earlier, and it told me what the date was, and now I can't see the date anywhere. It'll be February of 2026.
Our good buddy Mark Radich will be excited to hear that.
Oh, you know who else will be excited?
You?
Me.
Okay.
Because just the way you touch me, oh, this feeling like this, oh, this magic moment, this kiss. What movie is that from?
I don't know. I know the song.
Practical Magic 2 is being released on my birthday, September 18th, 2020.
Is it coming to the streaming platform or actually the theaters?
No, it's going to be theaters, bro.
Cool. Okay. Your birthday in September? Cool.
It's going to follow the plot of Arthur Alice Hoffman's 2021 novel, The Book of Secrets.
Book of Secrets. Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. Were you happy about it?
I guess so.
After James Cameron is done with his next Avatar movie, he's going to go in a completely different way and do a documentary about Hiroshima.
Okay. I mean, sure. He did a documentary about Titanic, didn't he?
Yes, he did. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna make some funny, some tall Smurfs, and then I'm just gonna go off and just want to watch everybody die.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right,
I don't have to Avatar anymore. I mean, like they're cool, I guess. But
everybody ever since the John Wick movies, let's just be honest, all action stars have been trying to find their John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
We got Bob Odenkirk that did fucking nobody.
So good.
And oh my God. It was a John Wick or Taken. Which one started it first?
John Wick. John Wick is the one that changed that movies forever. The gun fu.
John Wick?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But Run the Night is going to be adding it has an action star in there who's going to give a stab to his own kind of John Wick action. It's one of the Chris's.
Chris Rock?
Chris Pine is now going to be trying to do his version. He did have some success with Dungeons and Dragons. He was good in the Star Trek movies. So now Pine will be both star and produce Run the Night, an action thriller that finds the actor in the lead as a banker who's forced to save his family.
That sounds dope. I watch Chris Pine murder, massacre people. I'll see that.
I'll totally see that. All right, so we all know that later this year we're getting a second movie in 2025. Wait a minute. No, this year in late 2025 they're filming Five Nights at Freddy 2.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of, let's see. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Freddy's Friday Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will be at the end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is rumored that all of a sudden, it's scheduled to be released on December 5th, 2025. The director already has it lined up. They'll be back filming for the third Five Nights at Freddy's in the spring of 2026, so it can be released in 2027. We're getting 2 more Five Nights at Freddy's.
I was hoping you'd see more, but that's okay. I didn't like the first one that had problems with, and 2 and 3 I couldn't care less, but we'll be watching because that's what we are. We're completionists, so.
Ryan Johnson doesn't mean to piss people off, but hey guys, his next movie is not a Knives Out movie and it's not a Star Wars movie. So just everybody back the fuck off. He tells people he's working on a different project and he doesn't want people to be, too upset with him. So he's just like, look, just back off.
Yeah.
Back off. Let's see here. Let's find a good one. Paul Feig is him. He loved working with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick so much for Simple Favor and A Simple Favor 2 that he wants to do it again and make it a trilogy with A Simple Favor 3.
Why have we watching those Simple Favor? It's on Amazon right now.
What, Simple Favor 2?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. Look it up.
Another Simple Favor is already out?
Yeah, it's out already.
Oh, we not fucking watched it.
I don't know, dude.
Oh man, Minecraft's coming out too.
It's already out, dude. But yeah, another Simple Favor. I think it
is. Yeah. All right, well that's next week's, I believe.
Okay, all right, cool. That's our stream next week. Okay.
But also, let's talk about something everybody wants to talk about now. Actually, you know what? I'll make that the last story since it kind of mixes in with the other thing. Ryan Reynolds right now is writing a X-Men Deadpool movie where 3 members of the X-Men or 4 members will be mixed in with Deadpool to go on an adventure. And Kevin Feige is kind of giving him the green light to do so to bring him scripts.
Nice.
So we might be getting another Deadpool movie.
You're about that. I know you're about that. You want to do it.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. It's because of Deadpool that, this whole new line of MCU is starting to go. Because when Deadpool Wolverine from last year went, I mean, Captain America New Brave World didn't do too well. But, it still did better than what the previous movies did.
We're going to talk about this new one here in a second.
Oh, yeah, very quickly. Right now, I got a couple more stories I think that are kind of important to our world.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure I'm looking at all of them really quick. No, we don't really need to know that. That one doesn't really matter. That one matters. All right, and yeah, none of those really matter. Okay, I got all of them right in front of me that I think matter.
Okay.
All right, so Evil Dead Burn is the new Evil Dead movie that is being worked on right now. Yeah? Its official release date will be July 24th, 2026.
Sam Raimi producing, directing, or writing?
I'm getting into that right now. I'm reading that while you're reading it.
I mean, we got that new one. That new one that came out a couple years ago. That was a pretty wild one.
Mm-hmm. It does have Dune Part 2's actress Sohelia. Oh man, I'm going to mess this up. Sohelia Yacob.
Okay.
Yacob.
I'll go with that.
Is going to be in it. New Line and Sony unveiled the new minted release date for the next movie, which will be directed by Sebastian Vananique.
That sounds
I don't
familiar.
even know how to say it. Okay. Yeah, I'd have to look it up, but give me a second, I will. Fans will recall that the French director's debut horror movie. Oh, Infested.
Oh, yeah,
he did Infested.
We saw, the Spider movie. Yeah, I remember Infested.
Yep. And Stephen King, there's a Shudder movie I wanted to do too. But based on the comics, however, we can at least glean a little info as to what we can expect. Upon being hired and direct the project, he told Linema it's going to be a nasty film, a film that hurts, from which one you can come away tested. He further revealed in the interview that he has complete freedom to write whatever kind of Evil Dead movie he wants.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll definitely do that.
Adam Pearson, known for portraying Oswald in the 2024 film A Different Man, will be starring in the new adaptation of David Lynch's classic movie, The Elephant Man.
I heard that, actually. And I mean, it works. I mean, he is disfigured in a way that mentions the Elephant Man sort of thing. But he was
man, the list of people that have played him on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Bradley Cooper, David Bowie, Mark Hamill, Nam.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see this, man. I can't wait to see that one. That one kind of makes me happy. Emma Stone and the Poor Things director have an upcoming sci-fi movie that they're working on.
Yeah, it's got Jesse Plemons in it, too. Yeah. I'm super excited about it.
Yes, and it will be coming out October 24th.
They're not stopping, dude. They're like a two peas in a pod. Emma Stone and yours still out the most, you know?
They have like 3 more movies planned, is what it's saying. But yeah, let's see who all was in this movie. It was, I know I saw the whole list earlier. Yeah. Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Adil Elias, Salvaris Hakis, and Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, and so so the last one they did was Kinds of Kindness, which it wasn't. It was. I appreciate what they tried, you know, but it was far from mainstream. And then so we're getting something that's not an anthology, but I can't wait. I'm excited.
Everybody's favorite not couple in an action movie from the 1990s is finally getting back together for the first time ever on the big screen.
You have to tell me what it is, because I'm not going to guess it.
They stole our hearts when they couldn't go under 55 miles an hour.
Oh, wait, so the Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves are going to be a movie together.
Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock are going to be doing a new romance thriller together.
Oh, that's
they're reuniting for the feature. I guess they did do the Lake House. They did do the Lake House. That was, but nobody wants to talk about that ever.
Doesn't exist.
The romantic thriller, the plot details are still under wraps. However, the script is in a safe hands with Noah Oppenheim, who wrote the 2016 Jackie and recently co-written the political thriller Zero Day. It will be starring Robert De Niro. And let's see who else we got in this. It's the Mark Gooden Company. That's all we got.
Okay.
But I mean, it's Keanu Reeves and it's Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, everyone wants to see that.
All right, last. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see. Come on. I've always wanted to see Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves do it again. I always wanted them to make like a Speed 3 and just act like the Speed 2 didn't happen.
Always see that.
Last but not least, since we are about to talk about the final movie in Phase 5 of the MCU, Kevin Feige, in an interview this past week, has let out the secret of what the next 10 years of MCU is going to be. And starting after the Doomsday and Secret Wars, we are going to be concentrating on bringing the entire X-Men into the series of the MCU and mixing all them.
Yeah, we'll talk about like how complicated that's going to be in this next spoiler segment. But
dude,
yeah,
I'm just saying, just one time, just one fucking time, man. Give me Avengers versus X-Men. That is like one of my favorite comic book series.
That's what you want?
Like newer comic book series in years and stuff like that. But on that note, Chris, guess what? We can go back to the couch. We can go back to the lounge. The news is over. That is the Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News. I told Chris a bunch of stuff that he didn't want to know anyway, so basically I just annoyed him.
So that lounge, is that a podcast lounge? Is that what I saw? 2 mics?
I have no idea. It's something they just added. I just grabbed on it. They have weird ones on here, like all kind of weird ones I can use. But
all right, let's talk about Thunderbolts, directed by... Man, I really wish I pulled this stuff up beforehand.
I love you.
Sorry, it's like I said, I'm having a hard week, a hard month, really.
Dude, I don't need to know about your penis.
What is going on outside your house right now?
I live right next to an airport, and sometimes planes go pretty close over my head.
Damn. Oof.
That's a loud one, dude. I've never heard it. Something like that.
Okay, so this...
Like, look, you can see my screen is shaking. Like, is there like a dog fight going on outside?
Okay.
Anyway.
This is directed by Jake Shear. He directed things such as Robot and Frank. He did the director of the Beef, and now you get Beef with the
other white meat.
Yeah, this is now you get to do Thunderbolts asterisk. This stars Florence Pugh as, I guess they call the Yelena, but she's also kind of the Black Widow, right?
Yep.
I'm Charlie Brunson.
That's not it.
Hi. I made macaroni if you want some.
This also stars Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes.
You're lashing out at me, Doc.
This also has Louis Pullman as Robert Reynolds, or Bob.
When did you get in? Oh, I've been here the whole time.
So David Harbour as Red Guardian, or Alexei Shostakovich, or Shostakovich.
Friends, it is Red Guardian here.
And also Louis-Dreyfuss is in this as there's Valentina Legger de Fontaine.
I don't want Sue.
This also stars Wyatt Russell as John Walker, Hannah John Kamen as Avastar, Olga Kurylenko as Antonia Dreykov, Jodine Vishnawal as Mel. It also says Wendell Pierce, Congressman Gary. I'm pretty sure he showed up in one of the other, the last one actually, the last MCU movie. Neil,
Wendell Pierce too. Don't forget about Wendell Pierce from The Wire and.
Did I say Wendell?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a whole big cast of everybody.
All right, Neil, let's read the storyline for Thunderbolts.
After finding themselves ensnared in a death trap, an unconventional team of anti-heroes must go on a dangerous mission that will force them to confront the darkest corners of their past.
This is the best Marvel movie in years.
I love how this movie is literally like, even though it's a superhero movie, No one's really that super.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll talk about that more in the spoilers stuff. But this movie is not really about what they're even doing.
No, it's more about like family.
It's more about depression.
Yeah.
This whole movie is depression, but like the whole movie gets darker as you watch on throughout the movie to the point where no colors like almost stand out. And then after everything happens, it's bright and it's colorful and it's in your face.
It's an emotional movie, and it for once it puts that in the forefront as opposed to pushing it back there, which I think helps it, honestly. It helps, like, it brings the heart in there, and you have all these characters that you knew existed, but now they're here. And it's just, man, it's that I think it's the best one movie they've done in years, and it's the reason why I'm interested in the next one. I've had an ass full of these, but after seeing this, I'm like, I want to see where this goes. After this,
these characters, like, and the funny thing is, these are all characters from different things that all kind of failed in the last couple of years. I mean, Black Widow did not make a lot of money.
No.
Ant-Man and Wasp in the quantum realm, on the quantum world. No, that's Ant-Man and Wasp. Ant-Man and Wasp, not Ant-Man. Quantumania was different. Okay, yeah. Ant-Man and Wasp, which didn't do that good as well either. Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, which didn't do that well out there. Like, literally, these are like characters from these movies and shows that nobody really cared about too much.
But the thing is that you don't need to be super acquainted with those shows to enjoy this movie. Not at all.
And now they just put all these guys together, and man, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
They went in there, and at first I was like, oh, okay, I see where this is kind of going. And then all of a sudden I was like, no, I have no idea where the hell this is going. Like, I knew what the main character villain or whatever that was, because that got ruined for me by idiots on the internet.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me this time.
100% you, Chris.
So
100% you.
I do need to mention that the acting in this is fantastic. Florence Pugh, man, she's so good in this.
Oh my God, she's like all these guys, like just play their part, Russell,
Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt Russell, thank you. Wyatt Russell like took the John Walker character and made him an asshole, like he's supposed to be in the comics. Like in the comics, like U.S. Agent is one of the biggest assholes, because he thinks that he should be Captain America all the time. He's like, I'm Captain America. Government told me.
Yeah.
And
of course David Harbour he almost steals every scene he's in, but really the Florence, Yelena and Red Guardian characters together, like just the father-daughter thing they got going on, that squeezed the tear or two out of me. Just like that whole thing. It's not just that. It's also the way that the MCU allowed them to put their own spin on these characters and not be like, to be faithful enough to the comic, but put their own spin on it. And also, it's just a fun movie at points. Of course, it's emotional, but it's back to what Marvel used to do, which is, it's not all new, but this movie is put me back in Marvel's good graces. Like, I'm like, I want to see what I want to see Fantastic Four. I want to see whatever comes after this, because Thunderbolts made it intriguing again. And
now we're interested. Now we're like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been better if there was a Red Hulk in it at some point. But besides that, but the other thing is just these actors just played their part. Like Gridlin, who played Mel, that was Valentina's assistant, was good. Like, she was awkward and awesome.
Geraldine Vishnuphan, she's so good in this.
Yes.
You'll see her. She was even in the Driveway Dolls, which you really liked. So,
Violet, I can't believe Violet, because she was in the Black Widow movie, wasn't she? Violet McGraw. She was the one that played Yolanda there too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, maybe not. I'm looking at her. Oh, yeah, she did. But I mean, she's been having good movies, left and right. Like she just played, in Megan and stuff like that.
And of course, Olga Kurylenko, one of the Bond girls who from Quantum of Solace was in this. She joined the MCU, and so did Ghost finally, which played by Hannah John Common. All main 6 characters, their chemistry was just immediately apparent. Like, I don't know how you're able to do that, but even Bob, who's just sitting there drinking milkshake while at points. This is just
how can you not love Bob? Yeah. Everybody loves Bob now. Bob's our friend.
Yeah, I got questions about Bob in the comic book, so we'll see where that goes. But
I have a lot of answers about Bob.
Okay.
In our next part of next segment of everything.
But guys, if you guys been sleeping on the MCU, this is worth going to the theater for.
This is the one. I mean, this was like, how I said a couple weeks ago, like with Sinners and The Accountant 2, and like it was like the theater was into it. Like it's good to feel that feeling again when a theater's into a movie and you're not just all shutting up and not talking.
Can we tell me how gangbusters the Sinners is? I look at there's still like 20 showings a day at my local AMC for that movie.
Which one?
Sinners.
Oh, Sinners is still killing it. I think it's still number 2 at the box office.
It's so good. It's so good. But we're not talking about Sinners. We're talking about Thunderbolts asterisk. But the poster now. You know what it says? You know what it says in the poster now?
No.
Do you want to know?
Sure, yeah. I mean, as long as it's not a spoiler for our people.
Okay, we'll wait till after, I guess. But it's crazy what they've done for the marketing on this. But yeah, Thunderbolts, whatever you know it as, this is at theaters. I knew what's your score on this one?
4.8.
Oh wow, damn, really?
I love this. Okay. This it has one of the longest post-credit scenes of all time in Marvel. Actually the longest at 2 minutes and 58 seconds. But I have been okay with the comic universe. I've been like, all right, whatever. I get to watch comic book characters I love that I've read on pages, and I get to go out and see them, and that's cool. And I'd be like, all right, cool. This is the first one where I was just hands down just so freaking happy to be in the theater, and people in the theater were laughing and being a part of it.
Enjoying
and this story, and the arch of this story, which basically is like people dealing with depression and their past, is wow.
Yeah.
It literally, because as somebody that has to deal with depression and shit like that and PTSD and stuff, man, it just hit me right in the heart. I love this movie. I don't know how many movies this year. I mean, like right now, this and Sinners are like 1 and 2 for me. Like, I don't know what's going to beat them this year. You guys better bring some A games. You better hit some balls out of the fucking park, because right now, this and Sinners are by far my favorite 2 movies of 2025.
So this, out of when it comes to MCU movies, this is up there with The Winter Soldier and the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Thunderbolts is it's what Marvel should have been doing this whole time. I don't know what happened. Phase 4. It was just Phase 4 that we're ending, or Phase 5, whatever.
End of Phase 5. Here we go. Here, I'll put it up one more time for you. There you go. Right. The last final movie of Phase 5 of the cinematic.
Sorry. So they ended it with a good movie. Finally, goddamn, it took a while, but they did it.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of like what happened with the original Avengers, because they like put out like Thor: Dark World. They put 1 or 2 movies out like right before Avengers, and everybody's kind of like, those kind of suck.
I mean, like the first Ant-Man was like old of Ultron. I have very big problems with. I have very big problems, and they didn't do that in this one. Thank God. They almost did, and they didn't. So I was happy about that. I'm not big. I don't know. I mean, Shang-Chi was okay. Eternals was just kind of, does it even exist really? You know what I mean?
Right.
But Black Panther, always good stuff. But in this Phase 5 with Quantumania, which wasn't very good. Volume 3, Guardians of the Galaxy, great, but it's gone now. The Marvels wasn't that good. And Neil, I know you go Deadpool Wolverine, that's your favorite movie of 2024. I did not like Brave New World that much, but Thunderbolts I like a lot. And This is a 4.3 for me. I love Thunderbolts. It made me, it did something I didn't think it could do, which it makes me excited about the MCU again. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was your score?
My score in this is, I said 4.3. You said 4.8, right?
Yep.
All right, Neil, before we get to spoilers, we're going to go ahead and get the Rotten Tomatoes score off. Neil, what is the audience score for Thunderbolts, asterisk?
Thunderbolts has to be 87%.
Audience is 94%.
Damn!
Yeah, and there's audience it says, with a team that can raise glory, Thunderbolts is massively entertaining. It lures everything we love out of Marvel editing. So,
damn.
Yeah,
damn.
Neil, what is the critic score for Thunderbolts?
91.
Not quite. 88%, still certified fresh. That's a pretty high. Lately, it's pretty high for Marvel film from the critics. And it says, assuming a ragtag band of underdogs with Florence Pugh as their magnetic standout, Thunderbolts professionally returns to the tried and true blueprint of the MCU's best adventures. I'll read you a bad review and a good review. And luckily, there's not a whole lot of bad reviews in this one. This is from Mark Feeney at the Boston Globe. He says, it's usually not a good sign when something comes with an asterisk attached. And that's the case here. He can suck a dick. This is going to be from Joseph Garcia of the Dynamic Duel podcast. Or, another podcast, I guess. It says, by prioritizing introspection over exposition, the film uniquely delivers one of the more mature and thoughtful experiences in Rawls' film catalog. That's what Neil was saying. This is not, the action's not the main thing. It's more about exploring trauma in your past and PTSD and sort of, just sort of human feelings that we all have, which makes this relatable to everyone, not just
very relatable. I think it's a very relatable movie to anybody.
Not just Marvel people, but for everyone.
And the action, they have action, but like most of the action isn't like shoot 'em up action. It's more like saving people action.
Yeah, it's great. And Thunderbolts, guys. We give a score. We give the score. If you guys don't want to hear us talk about the movie in depth with spoilers, you can leave right now, and we won't be upset.
You can leave right now because as soon as this comes around, soon as the spoiler sign goes up, we're ruining a big part of this movie right off the bat. We're talking as soon as this music stops, even if you're watching the screen, whatever, you're gonna. We're going to ruin the biggest part. We're going to ruin why that asterisk is right there.
I know, but I think they've already ruined it. But we'll talk about
that. I know, but we're going to do it right away, too.
Here we go.
Guys, here's the music. Thank you for guys coming. If you're not going to be around for the spoiler sections, we'll be around for next episode next week. We're going to be doing some movies.
Another simple favor, and I forget what's it. We'll figure it out.
And we'll figure it out.
Friend.
Oh, it's not it. Sorry. We'll see you guys in next time. Thanks for hanging out.
You know how easy this is to do, Chris?
How's that? Oh, there we go.
Now, let's talk about
the new Avengers.
Thunderbolts, asterisk, the new Avengers is what the name is. Now, okay, Chris, ask your questions first, and then I'll jump in when you're.
In the comic books, were the same people? The new Avengers.
None of them.
Oh yeah.
On both teams.
Okay.
On both teams, Chris. Originally, the Thunderbolts is a team made by General Thunderbolt Ross, who is the bad Red Hulk in Captain America: Brand New World.
Oh, so you expected him to be in this, didn't you?
I thought some would happen, but here's the Thunderbolts team. That's the original Thunderbolts team. Do you see one person that looks anything like anybody in this group?
No, I don't.
Okay. The New Avengers team, the original New Avengers team, is right there. Spider-Man, Wolverine, Luke Cage. I don't know which one that is. Power. I don't know if she's Power Girl or, but Miss Marvel or whatever she is in the thing. That is the New Avengers.
So they're not going to do that.
So, which of these teams is this based off of? Like, I was like, one, I don't care. That's awesome because we're already on the way to like the Fantastic Four is going to change the entire game.
Yeah. So like that when I saw that coming, I saw the Fantastic Four, the post credits, and we'll get to that right now. You see the Fantastic Four showing up, which proves that it's coming from a different universe. Like
yes. Well, they all been rumored for a while.
So this takes place at probably the end of the Fantastic Four, right? Like the one that's coming out.
So where the MCU takes place is, the multiverse and all of that is Earth 616.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same one in the comic books for the Marvel comic book. So they're all bringing everybody on there. Because remember, the X-Men are already there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The X-Men are already at Deadpool. Like Wolverine and Deadpool are already on Earth 616. So, like, we're bringing them all in.
And so they're bringing in Fantastic Four. And I got to say, I'm excited about that movie, too.
All right. So, the guy that we need to talk about.
Bob basically God. Basically God.
Now, Sentry is obviously a ripoff of DC's #1 character of all time, Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't made until the year 2000. This is his first comic. What was it? It was Sentry #1 2000. Now, in the comic books, the way it is that Sentry was actually there the whole entire time, and that, Stan Lee and them created him back in the day, but he was, because of how fucked up he is, they erased him from the memory of everybody.
Too dark.
So he doesn't remember who he is.
Oh, yeah.
So in the comic book, he remembers that he used to be a hero, like he has a flashback, and then finds the Sentry serum, which in this they say super soldier serum. Yeah. But he finds the Sentry serum in his garage and just pops it in him and goes become Sentry. Now, the thing with Sentry, they did it exactly right. Like, I mean, I don't know how they could have played this differently because they fucking nailed it. And Sentry is one of my favorite comic book characters, and the reason why is this. Every time he uses a power, he's mentally fucked because he's like an old heroin. He was like, what, a meth junkie in this? Yeah. He's like an alcoholic and all that stuff in the comic books. So with the serum, just like the super soldier serum, with like Steve Rogers, when they gave it to him, he was such a good guy that it made that good guy be more and better. So that same thing, you give it to a meth addict. And that's why he had that evil character called the Void.
Yeah.
And the more that Sentry uses his powers, the more power the Void gets. So if Sentry goes to save the day against like some god or whatever like that, as soon as he gets back, the Void will take right back over. And so Sentry's never alone. Sentry is, as soon as he does something good, here comes the Void.
So Bob in the comic books, just this nice guy.
Robert Reynolds. Yeah. Robert Reynolds is his name.
So
yes,
I don't know if there are any people out there pissed off about what the MCU did, took liberties with the New Avengers, Thunderbolts. I couldn't be happier because we got this out of it.
100%. When they said it at the end, okay, one, it got spoiled for me, not by you. You almost spoiled it. And then I went to go buy my ticket for the IMAX 4D or 3 experience, which I got to talk about that for 5 seconds. AMC gave us the wrong glasses.
I didn't do 3D. I just did IMAX. So
yeah, but they gave us the entire theater the wrong glasses.
Oh, you had to go out there and get that. The other ones?
Yeah, there's like 20 of us they had to run, and they didn't even have them next to the theater. They had them all the way back at the front door, and so you see like 20 of us. So I missed the first like couple of minutes of the movie, and it sucked. But the thing is, like here with all these characters, because we got Bucky, which this they got I mean, besides Bucky was a teenage sidekick that was hired by the government to be Captain America. No, and when he died, Captain America wasn't really too sad about it, like he was in the movies, where it's his best friend. This one here is the biggest difference.
Look at that.
Yelena Beloved, first appearance is a sketch in a Marvel Knights Wave 2 book. I think this was that book, yeah. But she was a sexual predator. And that's why I was happy that they allowed Florence to like just kind of change it, a little bit, because she was like half naked and everything, and it's pretty much. We all know the reason why they did it, because they're like, oh yeah, little boys are gonna
come to jerk off.
This. One of the biggest characters that it was changed, but man, I don't give a fuck, because that like literally made the movie, and that is good old Red Guardian. I love
Red Guardian. He's always been great though. Like the comedic element he brings to this, you just love him for it. Like. He's so fun.
Yeah, as you see in the comics, he didn't have the beard. He had no connection with the Red Room whatsoever, with the Black Widow and all that. He was actually married to Natasha, the Black Widow, when she was a villain, and was a very cruel, evil man. Basically, the best way to say this is like Red Guardian was like Homelander.
But no red limo service.
No, none of that. None of that funny stuff. Like, he was literally the he was the Captain American Homelander. Except for he was Red Guardian. And so that I love how they changed the atmosphere of that. Here's a really big one. You ready for this?
Yeah.
In the comics, we don't even know what the ghost's name is. The ghost is a professor that made an outfit that he can phase, and you see him for a little bit, and then he just disappears. No one has beaten him. He just disappears and comes. In the movies, of course, it's Ava Starr, and it's based off of the Ant-Man series, which he never faced Ant-Man ever. It's always been Iron Man.
So, Ava Starr is now, it's a woman. So they changed the gender of Ghost as well.
Yeah.
And with how much they've changed in this, it's like they took their own. It's like they just these characters inspired this new movie.
And that's what I've been saying since the beginning of the MCU. That I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Because like if you're gonna take it, because one, the characters in the comics are completely different. Even the next series of comics that come out.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times has Batman changed in over the last 100 years? How many times has Captain America or Superman or all these characters, all these comic characters change every new writer, and I'm okay with that. Another one that's completely different is Valentina Aladria Di Fonte was actually a love interest of the original Nick Fury in the 1967 Strange Tale comics, and she was a super spy.
Yeah,
not somebody going around recruiting the Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
and so that is another one where they completely where's she at? Yeah, that's what she looks like. I love that they do the white hair and stuff like that in this one.
Yeah,
where they do the stuff, but. Each one, the Sentry looks almost like spot on.
Yeah, same thing almost.
So does new U.S. Agent.
Yeah, I need a little bit more background on because did he show up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Agent.
All right, so because if you remember at the end of Endgame, Captain America gives the shield to in the MCU. Captain America gives the shield to Sam. Sam's like, nah, I don't want this. I'm good. So in Falcon Winter Soldier is about him not wanting to be Captain America, and then the government finds their own Captain America, which is the U.S. agent. He becomes U.S. agent after he's no longer Captain America, but he was Captain America, but he was just doing it normal. He's just like, I'm just a normal human being. I'm a Green Ranger. I was a 3-time state champion football player, Green Beret, blah, blah, blah.
All American.
All these all-American things. But by the end of the show, he's like, no, I can't fight superheroes not being a superhero. So he takes a generic version of the the soldier serum, soldier serum that it's a generic version of the one that Captain America takes. So he takes it, and at the time he takes it, he's trying to prove that he's Captain America. He's Captain America. He's the man. So what is the super serum going to do? It's going to make him more of an asshole trying to prove himself constantly.
And so he kills a kid by accident.
Yeah, he killed somebody with no, it wasn't by accident. He straight up killed him.
So she doesn't even have he didn't even have Captain America's shield. He has his own version of it, right? In
these movies, he does. No, he had the original shield, and then Winter Soldier and Falcon went and took it from him.
So so do you think that Bucky could be the new Captain America?
Bucky has been Captain America before, not in the MCU, but in the comic books. I mean, I think it was this series right here. Yeah. Okay. Where Bucky came back. But he was always the guy that everybody thought. But now this is what I think is going to happen. This is my prediction for Avengers Doomsday.
Okay.
Since at the end of this, they talked about how they have their own new Avengers, and Sam Wilson is creating his own new Avengers, that I think the two groups are going to be fighting each other, which is going to allow Dr. Doom to win. And in the Secret Wars, Dr. Doom, after he beats everybody, he makes himself God of all the multiverses.
So is that how they're changing out Jonathan Majors not being a part of this anymore?
Well, I mean, originally Kong was a big thing. Conqueror King was big about the original Secret Wars. This one is going to go more towards the Doomsday, Dr. Doom one.
Okay.
So let's see here. If there's anything that I really missed that I wanted to go over. The black and white thing we talked about. The shadows, when people died from the Sentry, because they kept on saying he's like the power of a million suns.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be that was taken from the Hiroshima atomic bomb when people died.
Oh, yeah, the shadow would remain, yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like that. That's where they got that. Leonard Gary, also played by Wendell Pierce, the actor, he was a mutant in the comic books. He could make statues and things come alive, and Hydra with Nazi robots attacked the United States, Washington D.C., and he made like Lincoln come alive and beat the fuck out of everyone.
That's crazy.
Like that.
Yeah.
Bob not knowing shit is directly from the comic book. So what do? Do we all just punch and shoot each other? Punch and shoot people? That line was stolen directly from the hatred of fans online, and the director went and took that directly from them and put it in the movie. That's funny. I mean, 3 people do have super soldier serum in them.
Yeah.
In this group. I mean, Bucky, Red Guardian, and John, or U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
Let's see. The disc that Winter Soldier used, we haven't seen them since Winter Soldier. The news company. Oh, this is funny. This is awesome. They did it reverse style, but it's awesome. So in this movie, Del Fonta goes and buys the Avengers Tower and turns it into the Century Watchtower.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So in the comics, the Avengers actually had a mansion, and Century had the Watchtower. And then after they defeated Century, they bought the Century Watchtower and turned it into the Avengers Tower.
Nice.
So it's completely opposite in this universe.
That's fine.
Let's see. Val's considered the anti-Fury because she believes in because Fury believed in heroes and giving them their free will, but she didn't. So she's more like Amanda Waller. We talked about that. Century goes in the gut. Okay, were the Avengers, the new Avengers assemble? Were they assemble after they leave the building and everything?
Yeah.
If you look behind them, that's the overpass where the original Avengers assembled in Avengers 2012.
Quick question. This is interesting. So, the X-Men are coming in to fight the Avengers, right? Do you think that maybe Sam will, get the X-Men to help take back the Avengers? Because Sam was probably pissed off about it,
Right? Okay, say that again.
So Sam was trying to bring the Avengers back, sort of, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But now they have these new Avengers. He's pissed about it, obviously. Do you think that X-Men has something to do with maybe him attacking the new Avengers?
Well, I mean, the new Avengers, what I'm saying is like somehow they're going to get pitted against each other at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like it was literally at some point these guys are going to have to go right against each other. In fact, that scene, that 3-minute long scene, that's the post-credit scene, was filmed at the Avengers Doomsday set.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's already well underway.
Right. So like it was literally there's so many different ways that these people can go. Right. In fact, that final scene, the Russo brothers directed it.
Ooh. Are they coming back?
Right?
Are they coming back?
They're filming. Well, they're doing Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, of course.
They filmed Fantastic Four.
All right, man.
Let's see. Is there anything else? Let's see. Century was added to the new logo. Yep. Nope. Okay. I think all of them I covered. Right. We covered them all. So, guys, thank you for coming out. That was our spoiler part of it. We will talk more about this movie, I'm sure, when all this stuff comes together and we all watch it, and we're going to get naked and roll around in our Marvel pajamas.
If you guys want us on Hollywood.net, we're at Facebook.com/podcast. We're pretty active Facebook still, and then we're also on Instagram and TS Podcast. We have Blue Sky that I need to start using. Movies Don't Suck Podcast. We're also on Patreon.com/Movies Don't Suck. We have a TeePublic store with shirts on it. Blackwood Productions. You'll find our shirts along with stuff Neil's made. Bonfire Concerts, Movies Don't Suck. You'll find more merch. If you guys want stickers, I got plenty of stickers left. Yeah, send us an email.
You're a sticker.
Contact us on our socials or send an email info@moviesdon'tsuck.net. I'll get that sent to you for free of charge. And where you find podcasts on Movies Don't Suck and something to do. Neil, what do you for small businesses?
You got a small business, just let us know. You can give us that information, and we'll be more than happy to advertise you right here to our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers at Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do.
All right, guys. Here? I got some food waiting for me. Neil? Where you out of here?
Bob? Are you Bob? That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
Remember, guys, no matter how much time you create havoc in your world, remember, sometimes you got to move to another area in life. Just change your name by putting an asterisk at the end. Have a good day.